Welcome to this video on throttling. Throttling is a fundamental concept in computing systems that controls and regulates the rate at which resources are consumed. Think of it like a speed limit on a highway. Just as traffic flow is controlled to prevent congestion, throttling manages how fast requests are processed or how much of a resource can be used in a given time period. This helps systems remain stable, efficient, and responsive even under heavy demand. There are four main types of throttling commonly used in modern systems. First, API throttling limits how many application programming interface requests can be made in a specific timeframe. Second, network throttling simulates slower internet speeds to test how applications perform on slower connections. Third, resource throttling regulates the usage of CPU and memory to ensure fair distribution among processes. Fourth, bandwidth throttling controls the rate at which data is transferred across networks. Each type serves a specific purpose depending on what resource needs to be managed. Throttling is deployed in systems using several key techniques. API gateways like Nginx and Kong sit between clients and servers to centralize traffic control. Middleware libraries such as ExpressRateLimit and Django RateLimit enforce throttling policies within applications. Distributed caches like Redis and Memcache track requests across multiple servers. Finally, queuing systems like RabbitMQ and Kafka buffer incoming requests and regulate their flow. These techniques work together to implement throttling at different layers of an application. To implement throttling effectively, follow these best practices. First, define clear policies that align with your system's capacity and business requirements. Second, monitor your system continuously and adjust policies based on real-time data. Third, test throttling thoroughly under various load conditions. Fourth, communicate clearly with users through informative error messages when throttling occurs. Fifth, apply granular limits that vary by user role or specific endpoint. Finally, always use standardized HTTP error codes like 429, which means too many requests, so clients understand why their request was rejected. Here is a basic throttle function in JavaScript. The function takes a callback and a delay value. It uses a timeout variable to track whether the function is currently throttled. When called, if there is no active timeout, the function executes immediately and creates a timeout. Once the delay expires, the timeout is cleared, allowing the function to be called again. This simple approach ensures the callback runs at most once every delay milliseconds, effectively throttling its execution. A common real-world example of throttling is handling window scroll events. When a user scrolls a web page, scroll events fire very frequently, sometimes hundreds of times per second. Without throttling, this can cause performance issues. Using the throttle function on the scroll event, Handler ensures that our calculation and UI updates run only once every 1,000 milliseconds instead of hundreds of times. This dramatically improves performance while still keeping the application responsive to user interactions. Here is an advanced throttling pattern using time tracking. Instead of using a timeout, this approach compares the current time with the last time the function ran. If enough time has passed since the last execution, the function runs immediately and updates the last run time. This method is more memory efficient than the timeout approach and provides finer control over the throttling behavior. Both implementations work well, and which one to use depends on your specific requirements and preferences. Throttling provides four key benefits to systems. First, it improves performance by reducing server load and response times. Second, it achieves cost efficiency by lowering infrastructure and compute expenses. Third, it provides protection against abuse and denial of service attacks by limiting request rates. Fourth, it enables better scalability by allowing systems to handle more concurrent users without becoming overwhelmed. These benefits combined make throttling an essential pattern in modern distributed system design.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.